like and subscribe to the channel, Smith Cartel. I'm a happy man. We doing well. Rocking on these streets, coming off, breaking off, coming up on these beats. We gonna react over here. You gonna like it too. I'm funny as hell, man. Me and my whole crew, Smith Cartel. That's that cannonball for men. We rolling, coming off this thing, man. My goals, they trolling. Everybody hate the diamonds, hate the gold, hate the shine. I'm gonna come up on this and make you what? Press rewind, get up on it, let you know I'm spinning off in these streets. Got some rhymes for your head, got some slayers for these beats. All right. Smith Cartel channel. Y'all like and subscribe. I'm El Jefe. I'll be your host. So let's see what we got. How y'all lovely people doing today? I hope y'all doing all right. I mean, this rough world we live in, y'all better do some. Nah, but y'all like and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I hope all y'all doing lovely. You know, blessed. Even if you got a bad day, I hope it's still somewhat some sunshine coming through them clouds. So let's get to it, man. We're going to watch this end of sentence. Shout out to 1090 Jake. He got some good content over there. We're going to watch this. Let's see here. This is the story of Takay He, doomed from birth. Man, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, we know the story, so we're going to find out what else we find out.
When it comes to crash outs, few can compare to the one and only Takay, who not only crashed the goat, he did the race. Just recently, the 24-year-old was sentenced to forever. Well, not literally, but by the time he's eligible for parole, he'll either be dead or close to it. And in this video, we're going to break down Takay's infamous case, along with the series of unfortunate events that left a 16-year-old in a cell responsible for 2 murders. Kevin Beverly, who went by the name KD, was a Compton Crip, while Jolena McIntyre, who went by the name Nina, was a Long Beach Crip. The two would meet in high school in the early 90s, and in the year 2000 would have a baby named Tamor McIntyre, who would later be known as Takay. His father would wind up in prison, while his mother was in and out of jail struggling with addiction. Takay would grow up in and out of foster care, where he'd suffer abuse along with his siblings. He'd be returned to his mother, only to be taken away again as she went back to jail. This cycle would continue as Takay moved from Long Beach, California to Las Vegas, Nevada. His mother would be arrested again, finding herself in a new jail, while Takay in a new home. It wasn't until his father's release from prison that his father would move the family down to Arlington, Texas. Reunited with his father and relocated to a more suburban environment, you'd think Takay would finally have a chance to thrive now that his family was back together. But by now, Takay was claiming his mother's set, Baby Insane Crib. Takay wasn't old enough to have been put onto the set in Long Beach, meaning he wasn't officially jumped in. But who could tell Takay he wasn't official? He came from a Crip family, with both parents still actively banging. In Texas, Takay would take up an interest in music before finding himself wanting to become a rapper. Takay would become a member of Daytona Boys, a rap group with his 2 friends, Eric Johnson, who went by the name Santana Sage, and Jalen Bell, who went by the name Pimpies. Building up a local fan base, things took a turn for the Daytona Boys in 2016. 20-year-old Sarah was the designated driver for her friends on New Year's Eve. She attended the University of North Texas and was enrolled in the radio, television, and film program. They fired off from one car to the other. Pulling up to a stoplight, when the car was parked, they was arguing or something. The other vehicle contained multiple males who began making derogatory comments to Sarah and the other females in her vehicle. A male in Sarah's car defended the females, and that's when gunshots rang out. Sarah was shot in the head, lost control of the vehicle, and hit another car before crashing into a pole.
Did you know that you can get a Texas LLC on your lunch break from your phone? Just choose a name and answer a few simple questions.
She got
Takay, who was only 15 years old at the time, was later identified as being in the suspect vehicle. This would be the first murder he'd be connected to, but he never faced charges. Instead, a 21-year-old Marine named Eric Johnson was taken into custody at his base and later arrested for killing Sarah.
This was senseless and tragic.
There are so many things Clay and Gloria Muchlechner
just senseless violence, man. It don't make no sense
go to sleep
at all. That's why it's senseless.
And this just horrible thing that happened to her. She did not deserve it.
Let me find out.
But they say Sarah would want them to
I don't
smile.
like people doing stuff to kids, man.
Was infectious.
One thing you Smith Cartel, that's the one thing I tell you. You get to, you want to make me real. You want to see the demon and the savage
and no
do something to a child. And I tell you what, the 82nd Airborne couldn't keep me away from you.
We're all gonna miss her.
Now look me in my eyes and tell me I'm lying.
Some people don't get to have their kids 20 years, so
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. No child should have to bury their parent.
Jurors found Eric Johnson guilty of shooting Sarah Muchlechner
no child,
on New Year's Day back in 2016.
No parent should have to bury their child. I'm sorry, I messed that all up. I George Bush the hell out of that. No parent should bury their child. It should be the child burying the parent, not that other
44 I mentioned. The jury could have sent him to prison for life.
44 years.
6 months later,
you don't think? Hold up, 1090. I'm sorry, Jake. Hold up, pause for a second, y'all. Hey, Smith Cartel, y'all don't think for 1 second that when he get to that 5 to 6 year marker, if not even that 2, he ain't realize, man, what the heck did I do, man? It's all over with for me. You gonna come out an old man. No work experience, no credit experience, no history, no nothing. And the problem is that a lot of these guys don't realize that when people see that, they know exactly what that means. You know, for a male. For a female, it can mean multiple things. It could mean that, or it could mean she was a military wife and she never worked. She just lived off of her husband, and then finally now they got divorced. She got to get a job or something like that. Could be that she was a stay-at-home mom all that time when the kids grew up. Finally now she want to get out in the workforce. You know, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean that for men too. Don't get it wrong. But now... Oh, child. Oh, boy, that child, man, his whole life.
17-year-old Zachary Bello and
whole life
21-year-old
in
Ethan
prison.
Walker were roommates in Mansfield,
He was a child,
Texas.
man.
Zach's girlfriend believed the two were selling drugs.
It wasn't too much of a child with the crimes he did.
Her own boyfriend. Word would get to 16-year-old Takay, who then recruited the team to get the job done. 3 girls went to the house, all aware of what was about to happen.
It's crazy.
As they spent time with the 2 roommates, they unlocked the doors to the house, and the 4 robbers let themselves in. Over the next few minutes, Zach would be hitting
that is called backdooring somebody. Do your homework.
While Ethan was shot in
Let
the
me
chest
find out you don't know what backdooring somebody means.
Ethan would later die, and Zach knew he was set up by the girls because when the robbers walked in, the girls just got up and walked out, not even acting scared or surprised. But nobody planned for a double shooting or for Ethan to die.
Really? Delusional vision. That's what that is. Delusional vision.
With Takay being arrested at only 16 for participating in the home invasion robbery turned murder. Released on house arrest, Takay would cut off his ankle monitor and go on the run. A month later, 23-year-old Mark Saldivar was shot and killed.
Yeah, that's the one.
Parking lot.
Yeah.
New on the night beat, one man found dead in the middle of a parking lot of a North Side fast food restaurant following a shooting. As Pilar Arias reports,
let me find out y'all don't know how Texas is
riding
ruthless when it comes to criminals. They don't play.
The suspects took off it.
Come on vacation, leave on probation.
The parking lot of a Chick-fil-A turned crime scene. The restaurant closed for business like it usually is on Sundays. But that didn't stop witnesses and spectators from gathering to figure out what happened at the lot just across from North Star Mall early this evening.
Go to sleep.
This was a shopping center. There were quite a few people out here.
All them legs.
And, the car drove through like everybody else, and as soon as they heard the noise, they all started looking.
Police now trying to find out how this all happened. Their sights set on a black 4-door car. They say the victim was riding in the car along with several other people police are now
you don't
looking
play around
for.
in Chick-fil-A.
They had pulled in here just before 5:30. As far as investigating.
Oh boy, Chick-fil-A is not playing no games. That whole parking lot is covered. Boy, if that would have been like a Wendy's, a Whataburger, it'd have been 2 cops. Maybe a detective. Boy, that's crazy. They'd had a U-Haul truck pull up for the coroner's truck. Man, they ain't playing. Chick-fil-A got it. Man, look, crime scene tape and everything.
The vehicle, but they don't know what made him want to get out.
Investigators
Anywhere else, you wouldn't even do nothing to happen.
The photographer for a photo shoot at a local mall. While in the vehicle, Takay and one of the other suspects pulled out
said,
guns,
we ain't even opening on Sundays.
Mark and took his backpack containing his equipment.
Y'all gonna love it.
Mark was forced out of the car, tried to get back in, and desperately jumped on the hood. That's when Takay leaned out of the window.
Got me going. He got me ready to go freestyle. Then Takay bouncing around. He got me ready to go.
Takay would drop his infamous song, The Race. And that same day, he'd be captured by U.S. Marshals in New Jersey. Takay was now viral after dropping a song describing killing and being on the run, and going as far as showing his own wanted poster.
Who did that?
The song would reach number 44 on the Hot 100 Billboard chart, and currently sits at 251 million views on YouTube. But Takay would never get to perform his hit song or experience anything from it.
Why he always bouncing? He got me wanting to bounce, man. Damn. Sit down somewhere. Yo, ADHD having. I got too many. Got me wanting to bounce around with him, man.
While he wasn't the shooter, the
look how he looking.
He recruited the shooter would leave him with the 55.
Why are you looking like that? You look like you guilty.
Fast forward to 2025, Takay would be sentenced to an additional 80 years in prison for shooting and killing Mark.
Yeah, it's fake.
Your punishment is to be assessed at 80 years in the prison.
80
I don't know where your mom
years.
is. Don't know where your father is. I know that you had a rough childhood. And I do know that these offenses occurred when you were very young. And I do realize that while this is a lot of time, and I tell people all the time, any time that you do in custody is a lot of time. But by that same token,
yeah, true.
You're still alive. And what the state has said is true. You're still alive. You can still better yourself. If you end up in prison for the rest of your life, you're still alive. You still can improve yourself.
Yeah.
Your family can still visit you. But the complainant in this case is deceased.
He's gone. He can't.
24-year-old Takay has been sentenced to a total
look how young he was, and look at him
135 years in Texas State
35.
Prison.
I told you Texas don't play.
Will be run concurrent,
that's why they don't play down here. These boys come down here, they act accordingly.
Ruled by his 80 years.
Anything happen down here, it's for a reason.
Texas law,
they ain't doing that stuff like Chicago and Detroit, just running around popping. No, it's for a reason.
Judging by the scar on the side of his neck that appears to be a slash from a razor.
Yep.
While his crimes can't be minimized, his life must be analyzed. Takay was born to two gangbanging parents, raised in and out of foster care, and became a product of his
part is that knife
influence.
being cut on the back. It looked like it's going for his throat.
Far from mentally developed, he made choices that have essentially ended his ability to experience a life in freedom. He's been deemed a threat to society, and now knowing his childhood, it can be determined he really never had a chance to live peacefully in society. One can only hope he finds peace in prison, learns from his mistakes, asks forgiveness from his victims' families, and lives long enough to make parole. This is the reality of being a crash out.
Yeah, it is. Y'all gotta listen. Listen to what he's saying.
What any teen could be.
Y'all ain't paying attention.
Following down a similar path.
You'll crash out and he's gonna be an old man coming out.
Takay's case is
it's crazy.
It's even sadder what happened to Sarah, Zach, Ethan, Mark. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace to all of them.
And when you hear what happened to them, you really lose any sympathy for him.
Definitely.
This was a 16-year-old who was doomed from the start. That grew up to two gangbanging parents that didn't do shit for him.
Crazy. Which
didn't
is
provide
crazy.
anything for him.
Yeah.
And then, they tried to get their shit together. They tried to, testify on his behalf, and
didn't work out that way.
Done nothing for him.
That's
he
crazy.
was failed by his parents.
Yeah.
100%.
They know it too. They know they failed him. They know they failed that boy.
He also failed himself.
Yeah, he became a prior statistic. 24?
And he has all this
24?
55
years. Golly, 24 years? He got all that time, man. Come on, 1090. Don't say that. Don't say that. 24? Man, that's a lot, boy. That's a whole lot.
With you, I'd be surprised if he doesn't
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, that's just
not a lot of people can sit there and do all that time.
It can take all that
live
time
a
on
life
their back.
knowing that there's not
you
much
ain't
to
never
look
getting
forward
out
to.
ever.
Prison is a repetitive place.
That's
where
it.
The same
Everything's
thing
the
happens
same
every
thing
single
all
day.
the time, 24/7.
You're only gonna want to do so many seasons of that shit.
Or you go
before you just
off
give up
the
on
rail.
everything. There's no.
That's the reality. He's
no
speaking
woman
facts,
by your
y'all.
side with
That's the
marriage.
reality of
There's
life,
no,
man. Is that
you
that's
know,
how
like,
it is.
Yeah, you could do the whole writing letters and shit,
Yeah.
but that ain't life.
That ain't life, man.
We aren't meant to be in prison.
Dude, shackled and in chains and behind
He
bars.
makes it to his
You know
parole
what I mean?
date. Then what? He's 60-something years old.
Yeah, everything's gone.
The only thing that Takay can do for people is be an example of what not to be.
That's it.
And be an example of what's to come if you're living like him.
Yeah.
You want to go viral and post guns and show your wanted
people,
picture and this and that,
look
and
see.
be involved with fucking
what you
retarded
want.
people that do
Excuse
stupid
his-
shit
excuse
that
his
eventually
language, y'all.
leads to
Excuse
someone's
it.
death.
Excuse that
And you end
Jake's
up like
language.
that. Or his
Yeah, he
friends
right,
that
though.
are doing 40 years,
40
20
and
years,
20
15
and-
years,
yeah.
all of them got smoked. Every single person
Everybody in
associated with them
that
got
case.
smoked.
It's crazy.
All of them are in prison doing mad time. Even the girls that set up the robbery.
Yeah.
So it's like,
This is crazy.
as
That's the
sad
one
as
time
it
I
is
can
to
say the girls even got some
there are
time.
people put on
Finally.
this
Usually
earth
they'll walk away with a year
that you have to
probation.
use as examples
This is crazy.
what not to be.
True
And
enough.
Takay is one of them. I don't want to paint him as a monster, which is
You
why I
ain't
wanted
got
to
to.
break down
His
his
story already
childhood,
does
the
it, man.
things that
Tonight,
caused
Jake,
him
we
to be
understand.
the way that he is, and maybe he is no longer that way inside
But
of
he
prison.
might don't be that way.
But by
but
the
it's-
time you end up in there with having to do it forever, you really got to be that person in there because now you're in the most violent society.
Most violent.
That's why you've
ever.
been excluded from this one, the free one. But
Yeah.
hey, let me know y'all thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
Woo, man, that was I hadn't seen it. I just knew that they said something about he had some whatchamacallit, so he had some issues going on that caused new things in his trial, but I was like, oh, maybe something. But that's crazy, man. Like, you set it up, the girl, everybody in that case, man. Everybody in that case got the time, boy. Got that time, boy. They put them stacks on them. You know what I'm saying? They gave them boys basketball jersey numbers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I used to say that when I was younger, man. I was smarter then than I am now. I mean, than I was before everybody else. I'm smarter now than I was then because it was like, I would look at stuff and say, man, and now I'm looking at everything in this world at 2025, and I'm like, man, everything I said came to fruition. Everything that people treated me like crap for saying. All the different things. Now you look on YouTube, it's all of that on there. They like, oh, yeah, this is this and this is that. I can look up anything that I felt like when I was younger, and it's on there. And it's like, that was a true thing. It actually was. And most of the people that I knew was trying to make me seem like I had something wrong because I felt that way. And I'm like, what? No. I mean, I could look at a person and in less than 30 seconds, I can tell you if me and that person gonna vibe. If that energy ain't in there, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to have that energy. If I know that me and that person ain't vibing, then I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna hurt my energy, my positive energy for you. See, that's the thing about Aquarius, is the thing about people. I'm a forward thinker. I always go forward, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you're supposed to think. You're supposed to think forward in life. I don't like negativity. Somebody sit there and tell me about all the things they don't got. I'm not going to want to sit around you. But if you tell me about how you want to get these things, we can make something happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a team. It's like, you got to be positive, man. But if you see people negative all the time, negative, you just got to get away from them, distance them, because I can guarantee you part of it was that, yeah, his parents, he didn't raise him right. He was doomed, but he got around the wrong crowd as well that influenced him even more, because most of the time when kids aren't raised by their parents and their parents do them, they go to the streets. And the street scene that they have in most of the streets is savage, man. The streets are greedy, savage, they demons. The street is a demon, and it will feed off of people like that. It'll take you and swallow you whole. And it'll make you come back out thinking that you is a savage when you really is its puppet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's a brainwashing thing. People, you know, and a lot of those guys out in the street don't like to be out in the streets alone. They love to be with people. Misery loves company. So they always looking for people like, oh, your parents don't like you. Oh, they don't pay attention. Okay, well, we love you, man. Love, this is love. And the next thing you know, you doing 30, 40 years and ain't none of them even visit. I guarantee you none of them people, anybody that he knew that he supposedly was from the Daytona boys, wasn't even up there visiting him. Because they all locked up. Come on, man. Come on, man. But that's it, man. Y'all be safe, man. Take care of yourself. Shout out to 1090 Jake, man. He got some good content. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and like and subscribe to the channel, Smith Cartel. I'm El Jefe. I'll see y'all on the next one, all right? To my kids and my nieces, I love y'all. Be breezy, baby.